Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Football Stooges, the weekly YouTube podcast where we break down football in the stupidest way you can imagine.
And once again, just the two of us, and boy, is it stupid.
Yeah, just the two of us, and it's stupid. Yes, Maston is on work travel. He's just the two of us. He's on work travel, traveling, honestly, quite a lot, so props to him for getting the job done. Gorlami, big props to him. I believe he said two, if I remember correctly, two of his track athletes that he coaches in high school have made it to state in the state of Wisconsin, if that means anything. Whoop-de-doo. Packers fan lives in Wisconsin. Man. Oh my God, Packers fan lives in Wisconsin. Who could have guessed? And then Mamba told us he was at a Cub game 3 minutes ago. So, fuck you, Mamba. You know,
I'm in Hull. I'm inside a nuclear reactor.
K-Duff gets to wear the hat. Just a K-Duff size.
This is my consolation prize for getting AJ Brown, I guess.
Yeah. There's a lot. I
got a papacy.
Yeah. There's a lot to talk about. Why don't we just start out with that? I guess. We'll start with the big news. Yeah. What better way to break it than Trap House Sports?
Wait a minute. Are my eyes deceiving me? Hold on, Demon back home? Don't let that man go home. Odell back in New York where he belongs. A chaotic city for a real chaotic human. Happy for Odell, even though I hate the Giants. I always kind of fuck with Odell. See, his fans gonna be waiting for him, and that fucking net gonna be waiting for him. Free agency is turning up. The Giants also got Braxton Cheerios and Juju Bean. Wait a minute, hold on. The Browns got Jared Verse? Then that must mean, wait a minute! Oh, yeah. LA don't know how to react. LA ain't seen an afro like that since Black Dynamite. For the love of God! The Rams just out here hoarding defensive legends. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, our Hall of Famer just retired. How about we get another one? Get another one right off of a record-breaking season. What the fuck? Just why I fucking hate the Rams. I'm not getting the tattoo. Wait, hold on. Oh, thank you. Colorado, get your ass on my division. Get your fucking ass on my division. Yeah, I saw this coming. I saw this a mile away. Hart went in there last season. Something changed. When AJ Brown with the Diamond Gym, something changed him. He was in there getting screamed at by a bunch of HRT meatballs. This shit fucked with his head. He was like, I got to get out of Philly. I got to get away from Jalen Hurts. I can give him props now that he out of my division.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff happened. AJ Brown. Brown.
OJ Simpson?
Yeah, OJ Simpson, AJ Brown.
He's back.
He's back. AJ Brown finally traded off of the Eagles. They're probably waiting for a specific deadline for like cap and other reasons and whatnot. Traded to the Patriots. The Patriots still had to give up a first and a second round pick, which sucked.
Yeah,
I think he
the
was
whole
worth
waiting period, of course. I mean, yeah. The thing is about Howie that you know how much this motherfucker plays 5D chess when it comes to getting quality talent for the Eagles, but I feel like Elliott Wolf was wise to it a little bit, but Howie was not budging on that first round pick. So, okay, we'll give you a first round pick, but it's in 2028. Fucking deal with it. Plus, I mean, I guess it's better than us taking on like whatever the hell left was on his contract. He's a post June 1st cut, so most of that is now moot.
Yeah.
So that's
that one. I feel like to me, the Eagles won that trade, in my opinion. It's a good pickup for the
right now.
Patriots.
Yes, they have won the trade because there's the chance that he has basically the exact same year he had last year, where it was okay, then absolute shit when it mattered.
Right, which is why I don't think it was worth a first. I think a second was fair, but Howie being Howie just swindled the fucking Patriots out of a first as well, which is crazy. A second and a third, I would call it an even trade. Second and third, even trade.
Yeah.
First and second round pick. Yeah, I think the Eagles won that one.
First and fifth, but yeah.
Or first and fifth.
As for the Jared Verse going to the Cleveland in place for nobody, just defensive player of the year Myles Garrett. They also gave a first, second, and third to him. And there's a little bit of a thing from Shefty's Twitter that in the past 10 years, only one first-round pick from the Rams is still on the team, and that's Ty Simpson. They've had 7
he just got drafted.
Where they don't have a first-round pick. Yeah, they've had 7 years where they said fuck them picks. They had Jared Verse in 2024. He's now a Brown, and they had Jared Goff in 2016. He's now a Lion. Who they get in that trade? Matthew Stafford,
who's now the MVP.
Yep.
They have 2 guys wearing the gold NFL logo on their jerseys, meaning that they won a major award last year. MVP,
Yep.
DPOI, OPOI, rookie DPOI,
Yeah.
rookie OPOI.
And then now the rumor
or
that like everyone
multi-rate.
wants to go to LA. Hey, guys like Josh Sweat, who had a decent year in Carolina, not in Carolina, for the Cardinals last year, which is weird saying for the Cardinals. I think a couple other pieces. Oh, and also Aaron Donald's been like teasing a possible comeback to the NFL, which
Aaron Donald,
I don't
if
know
you can
why
hear
he said
me,
that. It's not like he tweeted out something that say like
Donald, if you can hear me,
take
do
Myles
not,
Garrett coming to the team to
do
come.
not, Aaron Donald. I have flashbacks to that Super Bowl. Do not. You already won a ring.
I think
you went out
I
on
played
top.
the Rams this year.
You, Aaron Donald. You went out on top. You went out on top. Just like remember, you have a wife and kids at home that love you. You have a nice bed you have to wake up in. You don't have to like break your
Yeah, and
back.
they're not going to watch him murder the rest of the NFL.
No, he's going to
Garrett
stay
if he comes
home.
back.
He's going to stay home, and he's going to watch football from the sidelines.
Why are you the one panicking? You don't play them this
What
year.
did he do the last time he was on the field?
Oh, for fun. Like, you were losing that Super Bowl regardless at the end.
No, we weren't. If Joe Burrow had another half second, Jamar Chase literally had Jalen Ramsey beat. Jalen Ramsey tripped and fell down. There was no one around Jamar. If Joe Burrow had another second, just 1 second, if Quentin fucking Spain could have given him one more second, then we would have won that Super Bowl.
Maybe.
Not maybe, it's a definite. Joe Burrow makes a wide open pass 100 times out of 100. They were in single coverage, no over top safety. There was no one behind there. There was no one past that. It was just Jamar. And it was Aaron Donald looked at Quentin Spain and like fucking threw him 3 feet to the left and just tackled Burrow.
Just use a Gmod gun to just like position him back over there.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do is this shakes up the league quite a bit. So, excuse me. We're going to start with, instead of the crossover game, we're actually going to start with a tier list. And it's just the NFL teams. Post Myles Garrett slash NFL stuff, like NFL trades, signings, and whatnot. We're going to rank the teams as we think right now.
Well, that makes sense because like this is legitimately like a blockbuster trade here. Like that is...
Yes, and to talk more on that trade, everyone's talking about the Rams. The Rams gave up a lot. This is not an A+ trade for the Rams. I think this is still an A. It is an A.
And Jared Verse.
It's an A-. The first, second, and third, worth Myles Garrett. Jared Verse, however, defensive rookie of the year, an up-and-coming defensive player, not even, he thinks he's 26 right now?
He's 26, yeah. Still on the right side of 30.
So he's not even in his prime.
4-2, if you had Garrett, Verse in the sides, Donald comes back in the middle alongside Fisk, and then you have like your back three.
I even forget. I even forget they have fucking Kingpin on that roster too, and he's like the third best D lineman, or maybe second or third best D lineman right now.
Yeah,
if Donald comes back, he's the fourth.
Versus best friend from Florida State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like the Browns, like honestly, this trade seems almost even. I would rate this like an A- to both teams. You give up something huge. The Browns give up their cornerstone of their franchise currently, and the Rams give up more draft capital, and then they also give up their best defensive player. But what they get in return is comparable. The Rams go out and they get the best defensive player in the league, debatably. I mean, Pat Surtain, AJ Terrell, you can talk about those, Max Crosby, But
yes,
in the debate for the best defensive player, he won the Defensive Player of the Year award, right? He had the most sacks of any NFL. I mean, he was the best defensive player. What are we saying? He had the most sacks of any NFL player in the history of football this season. Broke the record, yeah. But, like, he gave up your future in your defensive line, at least with your edge. You still got Fisk in the center, who's doing a great job. But at the same time, interior edge rushers can only do so much. The exterior edge rushers are where you get that most quarterback pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's this tier list we got here?
So Super Bowl favorites, contenders, and you got playoff teams, potential wild cards, missing playoff teams, so right around that 8-9 seed. Mediocre at best.
You want to put Rams up to
young,
favorites,
intriguing,
right?
and pick contention. Do you want to just like grab teams or like just go down the list? Like,
let's just. Well, I mean, the first one we can think of immediately, Rams. Since we already talked about them, put them in the favorites one. Yeah,
Super Bowl favorites.
We know that they're going.
I would say young but intriguing. Shuck looked really good at the end of last year.
Yeah, that's fair for the Saints. Dolphins, number one pick contention.
Yes.
There's no debate there. Ravens,
they got worse from last year. So the biggest question is,
barely
are
missing
they
the playoffs? Or
they're definitely a playoff team. They might not win the North, but I think they're going to make a wild card spot.
So that would be potential wild card then.
No, because I think they're guaranteed to make a wild card spot. That's what I'm saying. Bengals. I want to say with the additions, I feel like
you cannot say Super Bowl contender. You cannot say Super Bowl contender with a straight face.
I think I can. We have the best wide receiver room in the league. Our defense was bad last year, but we added Dexter Lawrence. We added Boye Mafe. We also added can't remember his first name. Can't remember his name from the
I will give you playoff
Chiefs.
Team. I don't know about a Super Bowl contender.
Fair. There's some bias with me, obviously. But
yes.
So then the Broncos.
They haven't really made too many big moves, but also they haven't made too many big losses either. I mean, I go back to my list here.
It's either playoff or Super Bowl contender, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, most of the stuff they've retained is getting Alex Singleton. They got Jalen Waddle now. Pat Surtain's contract got adjusted. They're basically the same team, just now add Jalen Waddle.
Are they a Super Bowl contender or are they a playoff team? That's the biggest question here.
I would say playoff team, definitely.
Okay.
Because they still got Sean Payton. Bo Nix was great, and he'll be back.
Yeah, I think Bo Nix coming back off that injury probably keeps them from me saying contender instantly. Also, a lot of his play last year was a little streaky. There was a little bit of up and down from him.
Yeah. Okay, so for the Giants, we got to talk about them a little bit because they have had, in the past 2 weeks, they have had an offseason from hell already to start OTAs. You lost 3 guys to torn ACLs already in defensive tackle Roy Robertson-Harris, punt returner Gunnar Olszewski, and rookie cornerback Thaddeus Dixon. And you have no idea if Malik Neighbors is coming back. Russell Wilson just retired, by the way.
Jameis is being Jameis.
Jackson Dart, and Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter are beefing because Dart introduced Donald Trump or something. I don't really know.
Yeah, there's a rally he did in like New York or
got
something.
Got a little too overtly political, which
yeah.
Anyway,
mediocre best because they're no longer young because they signed Odell Beckham and that raised the average age of their team from like 27 to 35. So,
right, and we all know the Dolphins are tanking as fuck for Arch Manning, I guess. Vikings.
They have a good defense still, so I'm like saying here.
The defense.
Yeah,
they're
still
not going to make the playoffs
at quarterback.
But and if you think Kyler Murray's going to fix it, oh boy. Buccaneers.
Definitely a playoff team.
Definitely, I mean, playoff baby.
I would say definitely a playoff team.
The Panthers
I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender. I don't think they're a potential wild card. I think they're like the Ravens. They're making the playoffs. Are they winning their division or are they getting a wild card? That's my.
I mean, we already got the Saints and the young bit trading. Falcons are definitely not making it. So we could probably.
Yeah, I think they're probably missing here. I think they're better than mediocre just because of Bijan.
Penix or Tua, you're not making the playoffs with either of those guys at QB. As for Panthers, I mean, you could probably put them in a potential wild card. They're still
potential wild card there, and if we want to do the rest of the NFC South, probably that.
Yeah. Now, how about the Lions?
Lions, I feel like are a playoff team after they had a rough season last year, but I feel like they can make the playoffs. I don't think they'll miss it.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's a good spot to put them. I feel like these 3 teams right here are all in that area. I feel like these 2 could be, again, there's some bias, obviously, but at the same time, I feel like those 2 could be in the Super Bowl contender. There's just a few things keeping them from there. For the Broncos, it's the consistency of Bo Nix, and for the Bengals, is that how much are those defensive additions going to actually change their defense? The Bears are. I feel like they're a playoff team. How well they played last year. Everyone's getting better. I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender. I kind of feel like they're like right here in this group of 3, where it's like they're close to Super Bowl contender.
And for doing it in how sure we are of them being a playoff contender, that makes sense. Yeah.
The biggest thing is their defense.
They're somewhere in the middle there.
Biggest thing is their defense.
Yeah, the defense is 49ers. I don't know. I really this one's actually
they could legitimately be here or they could be here, depending on how the injuries go.
Yeah.
Wait, it's gonna be the 2026-2027 season, so it's not an odd numbered year, so they're here.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Master was here to say, Eagles all the way, baby. Get me another Yingling.
They lost AJ Brown. I feel like they're here. I feel like they're not missing the playoffs just with the talent they still have. They still have Saquon. They still have Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Raiders are young but intriguing. First overall pick, Fernando Mendoza. You still have Ashton Genty. You're young and intriguing. It depends.
Yeah, you got GT's good. Max Crosby's still back somehow, even after that trade fell through.
Yeah,
I guess it just depends on how Mendoza develops. Packers, I'd say
potential wild card. They lost a lot of stuff. They have a lot to prove.
They did, and they lost more. I think the Eagles took another wide receiver from them this week.
No, they re-signed Christian Watson for a big deal. He got a $31 million signing.
Well, Watson's staying. Who's they got? Oh, some guy. Oh, just some third string, I guess. Samore Torre. I don't know if I pronounce that right.
Washington.
Wild card?
No, I think they're missing the playoffs.
Really?
They're just getting older. Like it's weird to say that with such a young young quarterback. Like you forget the cornerstone of their defense is still Bobby fucking Wagner. Yes, that Bobby Wagner. He's not.
I can't believe he's still coming back for.
I can't believe he's still Bobby Wagner.
Speaking of guys that aren't getting younger. Speaking of guys, we're skip over to Carl a second. Steelers. It's Aaron Rodgers' last year.
Potential wild card.
Are they going to make it?
I'm not gonna throw them in the missing playoffs just because they still have A-Rod and a talented team, but they now have Mike McCarthy at head coach, which means
they just re-signed Nick Herbig to a big deal.
The standard's no longer the standard. The standard's no longer the standard. The standard's no longer the standard. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! I forgot. I just saw the back of my head of Mike Tomlin. They're gonna make wait a minute.
Yeah, it's not Mike Tom. It's the other Mike now.
So Arizona Cardinals drafted a good running back, but drafted a running back with like the 3rd overall pick, and Myles Garrett is now in the league.
And
so now Sid the Sloth is going to play against Myles Garrett twice. He's going to play against Bosa twice, and then he's going to play against the Seahawks twice. This team is going to get another number 1 overall pick contention. Bills, they're still contending for it.
They're inevitable when it comes to that. Seahawks, obviously another Super Bowl contender.
Yep. Patriots, I don't think we can.
Defensive pieces, but that offense.
I don't think we can take the Patriots away. There's like 3 straight Super Bowl contenders. I don't think we can take them away from Super Bowl contenders.
The offense is okay. The offense is doing good under Vrabel. Defense, we lost a bunch of pieces in defense. I'm not going to lie, but I think we can still make it if the offense holds up.
Yeah.
Browns. It depends on the QB situation. Shedeur is most likely starting the year.
I'll put them in young and intriguing.
What about Deshaun Watson?
You have Verse now. You still have Shedeur Sanders, which people are crazy about. So we'll see how that goes. This Texans, it's got to be a potential wild card. That defense was second to none last year, and legitimately, if their offense can be just twice as effective, which I guess twice of 0 is still 0. But if they can just be twice as effective as they were from last year, and their defense was as good as it was last year, they could beat everyone. They could beat fucking anybody. The Chiefs,
KC. It's just Mahomes, so you already got to put them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
he's gonna be back.
Cowboys. Yeah. Are they?
It's either wild card or play.
I think missing playoffs at best. Because they still have some talent. Obviously, Dak is still. Dak was an MVP conversation.
Yeah, I'd put them higher on missing playoffs. Maybe even before Falcons, just barely missing. Week 18 elimination.
Chargers. I would put them at a potential wild card. I don't know how I feel about putting them at playoff guarantee because of the injury problems that they've had, plus also coming back with all those guys from injury, like Joe Alt coming back. They still have some weaknesses here and there. Derwin James just getting extended, so we'll see how that goes. Jets, JTS sucks.
Mediocre. Geno Smith. What else is new?
So Titans,
young but intriguing. No, that works.
Yeah, simply for their main.
I think
core.
They're making the playoffs, but they're gonna improve on last year. I feel like.
Yeah, Cam Young.
Colts. Danny Dimes is coming back.
He is. I'm going to put him at potential wild card because that AFC South. There's them. There's the Texans.
It's very fluid.
There's the Titans, and then where's the Jaguars? So it's really, honestly, I put them both right there because whoever takes whoever of those three teams that's in the potential wild card. Because I'm sorry, Titans, I'm counting you out. In the words of our offensive center, our offensive lineman, our center, Ted Karras, fuck you, Tennessee. So Houston, Indy, and Jacksonville, depending on what three of those teams takes the reins, which is funny because two of those are things you put reins on. You could see any of those teams take those positions and run with the division. If the Colts didn't collapse at the latter half of the season, they would have won the division. But then also, all their quarterbacks got hurt, and they legitimately went to fucking Phillip Rivers and made him wait 5 more years to get in the Hall of Fame. Phillip Rivers with a beer gut, which was just like, that was inspirational to see.
Old man Rivers.
But yeah, that's how I kind of feel.
No, I don't disagree with most of this. So, like you said, the AFC South, very fluid. I'm fine with Jaguars, Texans, and Colts being in the wild card. I'm not saying the Titans are going to suck. There's definitely probably going to be some improvement on last year, but I don't see that.
There's going to be improvement, but again, if they won 4 games, that's improvement. And that's not to say mediocre. That's bad. That's not mediocre. That's bad. The Giants were already mediocre last year, or they were bad last year. I think they become mediocre now that they're a little bit healthier, and they got some other cool star pieces. I don't know what it's like in a locker room having to deal with now Jackson Dart and that political drama that's going on. Jameis Winston trying to bring everyone together, and then you're going to have OBJ, Braxton Berrios, Juju Smith-Schuster all calling for the ball, and then
that is a wide receiver room.
Abdul Carter on the other side of the room that's just staring at Jackson Dart wanting to rip his head off. And then you have Cam Scatterbo in the corner.
Thibodeau's going to last here for the whole year.
And then fucking you have Scat in the corner eating a fucking cinder block.
Yeah. And then Malik Neighbors is in flux, even though we don't know how his knee is, despite the fact he and Scatterbo apparently were at a celebrity baseball game, and Scatterbo is running to first base on a broken fucking leg that he's still recovering from.
Cannot. That's the thing though with Scatterbo. If you ever do anything with him, make him sign a contract, whatnot, he's not going to abide by that clause of don't do stupid shit in the offseason. I would not be surprised if I find Scatterbo just in the MMA, just in UFC, fighting well. And I'm just what the fuck? I'm going to be how do I expect that? Yeah.
That.
Motherfucker will just bite somebody's ear off for fun. You don't understand.
Sean
this,
Strickland got banned for the White House for the event. No, put Scatterbo in. Fine.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. We'll do our crossover grid, then we'll look at the UFL and we'll get out of here.
All right.
So this is easy. We can say Peyton Manning. But I don't know if I want to say Peyton Manning. Is there a deeper cut? Did anyone follow Peyton Manning?
Was
Tim Tebow ever a Colt?
I know one of the... Tim Tebow was a Colt. No.
Was
Bronco.
a Colt?
No.
It was a Bronco, not a Colt.
No. I misspoke.
Dallas Clark?
I know, maybe?
John Lynch, I don't think he was ever Colt. No.
One of the Fant brothers I know went from Denver to Seattle. Noah Fant for Denver, Seattle.
Noah Fant for Denver, Seattle.
Yeah.
Noah Fant.
There you go.
And he's in a Bengals jersey.
Right.
Rookie of the year that was a Bronco. Was, who was that DB who fought Akeem Talib? That's his chain.
Oh, fuck.
I want to say Chauncey Billups, but that's not Chauncey Billups.
No, didn't Akeem Talib have beef with Michael Crabtree? He was a wide receiver.
No. Akeem Talib. No, fuck. Oh, no, there's a DB that played for the Broncos for a long time. I can't remember his name. Fuck. What's his name? Starts with a C.
Yeah, I look up who he's had beef with, and the first result is Crabtree. I don't know.
Yes, it's not Crabtree. It's somebody else. What's his name? Broncos defensive back, Super Bowl. He was really good for a long time. He only won a Super Bowl when Manning got there because he couldn't win one with when their offense wasn't as good. Crap.
I don't know.
Kill me.
It's legitimately the only one I can find in anything for Google. Going back a few pages is just Crabtree. Crabtree.
Camp Bailey.
Champ Bailey?
He wasn't a rookie of the year. Damn it.
Okay.
Cam Newton. Rookie of the year that played in the World Cup. Manning was not a rookie of the year. 100% was not a rookie of the year. Was John Elway? No. There's no way Shannon Sharp was. No. Von Miller?
I was going to say, yeah. What about
Von Miller? Okay.
Oh, my God.
Bronco. Where are his eyebrows?
I don't know. I really don't
Vaughn. Broncos and Colts. We might just have to bite the bullet and do Manning. I can't think of anyone at the top of my head.
Oh, 1970s first team All-Pro and a Rookie of the Year. I'm trying to think.
Marshall Faulk?
There's a big... For 1970s?
No, this one. Fuck, no, not Marshall Faulk.
That one. Oh. I'm trying to think.
Peyton Manning. Omaha. Rookie of the Year in 1970s.
I just thought of one. What about Mean Joe Green? Would have been a first team All-Pro, definitely.
Is it actually mean? Do I have to say Mean Joe Green?
Don't know. Oh, thank Green.
Okay, first team All-Pro, Steve Largent. Maybe? No.
Largent wasn't a first team All-Pro?
Well, it was 1976 when he started playing. Colts. Ooh. Nope, not that late in his career. Johnny Unitas, no. Oh, God, 1970s, where's Macedon?
There was a passing that actually happened early this week. What about Raymond Berry?
Nope, too early. I can't remember his name. Famous Colts tight end.
I don't know. Some other ones now too. Colts, Panthers, or Panthers, Seahawks.
John Mackey? Is that too early? 1960-72. Fuck, not John Mackey.
We already say Johnny Unitas for Colts All-Pro 70?
Yeah. Seahawks in the 70s. 70s, what the fuck? Okay, maybe we do this one. Carolina Panthers, and is this Julius Peppers?
I think that'd work.
Nope.
Okay, well, I guess not.
Carolina. Greg Olson.
Didn't Greg Olson?
Yeah. And then Carolina and the Colts. Or anyone from those Cam Newton teams that went to the Colts?
Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore.
He was a Panther at one point. PHON.
Nice.
There you go.
Then a
And
Colt
the
from the
Vikings
1970s first team All Pro, and a
I
Seahawk
don't
from the
know.
1970s first team All Pro. Think of famous 1970 way back when football players. Colts. We already tried Johnny Unitas. We already tried John Mackey. Fuck.
I'm just googling the all decades team. Staubach, no. Bradshaw, no. Ken Stabler, no. Fran Tarkenton, no. Harold Carmichael, Fred. I don't know if any of these guys ever played for these teams.
Dang. Who else played with Steve Largent that was really good at the time? God.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking it up.
I'm right there with
Ed
you. What about
Hendricks.
Okay, yeah, okay, that'll work. And then Seahawks.
The Google AI is saying the Seattle Seahawks had 0 first-team All-Pro selections during the 1970s.
All right, I froze for a minute. What'd you say?
The AI for Google is saying that there were no first-team All-Pros for the Seahawks in 1970. Okay,
Started in
on Pro
1974.
Football Writers of
They
America.
didn't have want anybody at all. I mean, I know they would have been a. Okay, they didn't start playing until the 1976 season because they were founded as a team in 74. Let me see.
1976 season, so let's look. 1976 first team.
0. The only standouts were Jim Zorn and Steve Niehaus, but neither made the All-Pro team.
Look at 1979 and look
77.
Backwards.
Still no. 78.
So it had to be someone that played in the 1970s that made the All-Pro team that eventually went and played for the Seahawks.
Okay. Was Jim Zorn ever an All-Pro?
No, didn't say Jim Zorn.
Steve Largent then.
We tried Steve Largent.
Okay.
What the fuck is this?
I don't. What about Dennis Boyd?
Nope.
Okay. Linebacker Keith Butler was a rookie in 77. He might have had a longer career.
Harold Jackson. I had to look that up. That's insane.
All right.
Franco Harris!
How was Franco Harris a Seahawk?
Franco Harris played for the Seahawks?
Who the fuck is Burt
How
Jones?
many people? Wow.
Charles Young, Franco Harris, Harold Jackson, Reggie McKenzie. That's a fucking deep cut. I forgot he was a player.
Oh my god.
Carl Eller. I can't see the names behind me.
Wow.
That was fucking ridiculous.
What is it? Football Connections?
I don't know. I don't even know what this is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
These are some crazy ones. There's even college football for these.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
I mean, this is easy if we just would do Ray Lewis, Super Bowl champion, Florida Gators, Marquis. Wait, no.
No.
Fuck.
Okay. Oh, I can think of a first-round draft pick from Miami. Vince Wilfork.
Marquise, really not Marquise Pouncey? The Pouncey twins. No, neither one? Okay.
Okay. First-round pick Miami, Vince Wilfork.
Vince
There you
Wilfork,
go.
Louisville, Mark Jackson.
Yep, that works. A
Since
Super Bowl
it's
champ.
All-American, we could do
Just thought of one, but it's a Key and Peele name.
Alexander. Why? He wasn't a consensus All-American.
Really? Huh.
Louisville, Super Bowl champion Louisville. Was it Johnny Unitas went to Louisville?
Then look it up. He went to Maryland.
And who went to Louisville?
Maryland? Oh, no, he was from Louisville. Yeah. Fuck.
Why is his name not showing up?
Why the fuck? Try Johnny? What the fuck?
Yeah, whatever. We're not doing this shit. We're not doing this shit.
Yeah,
Johnny fucking Unitas. What? All right.
That's
all right.
Evil. Okay.
Taking a quick look at going back over. We'll look at week 9 real quick. Orlando beat DC in Orlando. Columbus did beat Birmingham. So push Birmingham down further down. Louisville in Louisville won their second home game against the Dallas Renegades. The Gamblers lost to St. Louis in Houston. Then the final week of the season, St. Louis lost to Dallas in St. Louis. The Birmingham Stems drop another game, getting doubled up on by the Houston Gamblers at home. DC loses by 6 to Orlando. And then the Louisville Kings blow out the Columbus Aviators in Columbus.
Yeah, and a spoiler alert, so the playoffs are now decided. It's now 3 weeks in a row we have to play the Storm. Because we made the playoffs, us barely, and we're playing the Storm. Yeah. And the other one is the Kings somehow, after their nightmare of a season start, made the playoffs, and they're taking on the Battlehawks.
Yeah, this is how it all stacks up. Orlando has the best record in the league. They went 8-2. St. Louis at 6-4, followed by Louisville at 6-4, and then DC went exactly 500, going 5-5. The Gamblers have just missed the playoff at 4-6. Birmingham at 4-6. A rough start to AJ McCarron's coaching tenure. Dallas at 4-6. Then Columbus 3-7. They really could not take off.
Started getting hot way too late.
Yeah. So the playoffs. There is 2 rounds, 3 games. You have the conference championships. And then you have the final game, which is the championship. So DC and Orlando, Louisville, and St. Louis. So you have 2 new teams and the 2 old kind of standards of the league.
I'm sorry.
DC and St. Louis.
That Orlando plays in Daytona Beach Stadium, which is south of Miami. They're a team who plays like 4 hours away from the city they're named after.
No, they play usually in Orlando. There must be must be a schedule conflict or something. So they're going to go play in Daytona Beach, I guess.
Orlando World Cup game.
Yep. So DC and Orlando playing on Sunday at 3, and then at 6, Louisville and St. Louis. So you have a nice back-to-back there. It's hard to go against Orlando. I think it's going to be Orlando and St. Louis at the end. That other one's tough. I don't think DC can hold a candle right now the way they've been streaky all season. But that's your setup for the UFL. Sorry, it's been a little bit busy. Last week was rough just to make times happen. I guess this is a weird way to end it, but K-Duff. Usually start with K-Duff news. Now we'll just have you here. Are there any other news stories you want to break that we haven't already talked about because of re-signings and talk about the trades?
I'll just run through some of the stuff we've had. The Vikings now have a new GM. They've hired former Seahawks assistant Nolan Teasley. So as we discussed when we were talking about other stuff, after news on his signing with CBS Sports as an analyst broke, Giants quarterback Russell Wilson is announcing his retirement after 14 years in the league, spending with the Giants, Steelers, Broncos, country, let's ride. And, of course, the Seahawks, where he was instrumental in their years dominating the NFC West for a good portion of the 2010s.
Broncos country,
and his career.
Let's rock.
I said NFC
Broncos
West, not
country.
AFC West.
Let's rock. Broncos country.
Anyway, he ends his career 2 Super Bowl appearances with 1 win. One-time second-team All-Pro. Walter Payton Man of the Year honors, Rookie of the Year honors, led the league in pass ratings and touchdowns. Had 47,000 passing yards for 384 career touchdowns and a career 99.3 pass rating. Good retirement. Other stuff.
That laugh, you didn't need to laugh. This guy's retiring. You don't need to just cut. You don't need to cut in front of him and just take it away from him.
I said he made the 2 Super Bowls. I'm not taking
that
away.
That went right over your head.
Malcolm, yeah, and so does it.
I said I said that you don't need to cut in front of him and take it away from him, as in Malcolm Butler cut in front of and took away.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Let's see, other miscellaneous news. Not to bring this down after that joke, but Packers running back Josh Jansen was a very bad boy this week. He was arrested in Wisconsin on multiple charges, including battery, criminal property damage, victim intimidation, and strangulation. He's been since released pending trial, but he's probably got to get a bit of a punishment from Goodell's wheel of discipline sometime soon. Also, Santa Clara police have now issued a arrest warrant for estranged 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk for misdemeanors and speeding and reckless driving. This is in regard to the viral video of him driving way over the speed limit past Levi Stadium during his holdout last season. Steelers have fired head coach. We wish they had fired head coach Mike McCarthy. Special teams coach Darius Swinton for what's only being discussed as workplace misconduct. That could be anything.
The Steelers. Didn't the Steelers have one of the better special teams coaches than that old guy? For the Steelers?
He did, but he retired. I think.
Oh, okay. Ago. I thought that was him. I'm like, dang. He's like the best special teams coach in the league. All right.
Yeah. Let's see. Titans backup Will Levis has been in the news recently, not because of football stuff, but because of his mom has revealed on a podcast that he paid an exorbitant amount of money to quash the leaking of a sex tape featuring him and his ex-GF, which, yikes. NFL, NCAA,
how do you even A, how do you spend enough money on that? And B, how is that going to remove it from the internet entirely?
The full story is that a hacker group apparently got into one of his devices that had the video of it on there, so he paid a cybersecurity group to try and take it down and hunt down who did it. But are you really gonna hunt down who did it? It's like what if it was just some Russian hacker firm or something that never get taken down for anything. Let's see other stuff. Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby's request for reinstatement has been rejected by the NCAA. This is following his completion of rehab for his gambling addiction. Sticking in college, what would have been the first college football game to be played in South America has been canceled and moved back to the U.S. It was going to be set between NC State and Virginia, but because of logistics concerns, they are not playing it in Rio. They are going to be playing it in Virginia Stadium. The Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores' discrimination lawsuit against the NFL and his head coach hiring practices is headed to trial after the Supreme Court has denied to intervene on the case. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a new law called the Teddy Bridgewater Act that will allow high school coaches to support and give underprivileged players access to food, transportation, and health care out of their own pockets. This comes after Bridgewater was suspended from his job at a Miami Northwestern High for doing exactly this last year, which caused some backlash. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce has announced he's purchased a stake in the MLB's Cleveland Guardians, which, considering the rivalry between Chiefs and Bengals. You might find this weird, but as we know, the Kelseys are from Cincinnati. He and Jason both graduated from the University of Cincinnati. They were Bearcats. So for him to be owning a bit of his childhood home team, it's good for him. Madden 27 cover has been revealed, and sorry, Mamba, but it's got Bears quarterback Caleb Williams on the front of it, so the curse is hitting him. He's the first Bear to be on the cover, which is the only solace, which is the only honor you can really get from Illinois right now, because the state Senate in Illinois has passed a funding bill worth $55 billion that did not include stadium funding for the Bears. A statement has been issued by the team that acknowledges this, but it sounds like they're moving to Gary, Indiana after this. Yeah, and
which is
sadly
right next to Gary.
Yeah. To add a bit of a sad note. So as I discussed while we were doing the crossover stuff, former Colts wide receiver and NFL coach Raymond Berry has passed away at the age of 93. He played 12 years in the league, all with the Colts, and coached for over 25 more years with the University of Arkansas, the Cowboys, Lions, Broncos, and notably as the head coach of the Patriots, where he coached them into a losing effort against the 85 Bears in the Super Bowl. He ended his coaching career with a 48-39 record and his playing record as a 2-time NFL champ, 3-time first and second team All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, led the league in receiving yards, 3 times receptions, 3 times, touchdowns twice. He's part of and this gets a little bit weird because he's part of the Ravens Ring of Honor for the time when they was a Baltimore Colts, but his number 82 is retired by the Colts, which I don't know why you wouldn't be retired by both teams, but whatever. And it also has 9,300 receiving yards for 68 touchdowns. Recipes to him. Also, former Dolphins defensive tackle Manny Fernandez passed away at the age of 79. Played all 7 years of his career as a member of the Dolphins, where he was an anchor on the legendary no-name defense. So, yes, he was part of the 2 Super Bowl teams, including the 72 undefeated season. So sadly, another member of that team goes off into Valhalla. He ends his career 2-time Super Bowl champ, of course, 2-time second team All-Pro, member of the Dolphins Walk of Fame, had 35 sacks and 6 fumble recoveries. And also future Hall of Fame wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald. His father, Larry Sr., passed away at the age of 71. Never played in the NFL, but was a sports writer in the Minneapolis area for over 50 years, was a pioneer for African-American sports broadcasting in a time where it was still a rarity for Black people to cover major sports events like NFL games or the Super Bowl. So rest in peace to them, and that's all I got.
Thank you, Kadov. Little bit of a backwards episode, but it's just the 2 of us, so things we went a little bit differently to see how it goes. But yeah. Really all we have to cover for you. You got a double header of UFL games coming to you on Sunday, so hopefully you enjoy those.
Please don't lose 3 in a row, DC. Please don't lose 3 in a row.
Yeah, I'm more worried about Vegas going up 2-0 in the series in the Stanley Cup. So,
I think the Knicks are headed in the NBA Finals too.
The Knicks are, they won the first game in San Antonio, so they're doing well so far. But yeah, anyway, enjoy football season. Enjoy the really warm weather. Starting now get where it's just too hot. So. Random Warhammer shout out, 11th edition is coming. I'm excited for that. So
son of a bitch.
Bunch of other things.
I just got stuff ready for 10th edition finally in that one.
But yeah, enjoy football. We're getting to the end of the UFL, and then it's the really dark period where there's like nothing going on, but it's a lot shorter now than it used to be. Thank goodness for spring football. So hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like and follow, and be ready for every episodes that come out every Friday. We're going to start getting into our predictions for this upcoming season for each division as the UFL season draws to a close. So enjoy those as they come out, and most importantly, run the damn ball. Have a good night.